Hello everyone, it's Friday, and welcome to Figure Face Off, the series where I, DenFit, go through comparing various figures in my collection using three categories. Those categories being paint, posability, and preference. As you can see here, we already have our wheel open with every figure in my collection around the $20 to $30 price range. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna be picking the first member of the red for round one. Let's go ahead and do that now. And I said this before, but I want to try not getting the same figure of the same company against each other. Jax. Oh, that's an interesting one. I was like, Jack Sparrow. Do I even have a Jack Sparrow figure? Yeah, I do. It's a Jack Sparrow from the Disney Mirrorverse figure line. Yeah, that's a crazy one. I haven't touched those figures in forever. They're like, who knows how far back on my shelf. Anyways, cool. Yeah, that is the first member on our red team. Getting the blue member for to go up against Jack Sparrow for this first round. Let's go ahead and see who we have here. And honestly, I only have like a couple of those Disney Mirrorverse figures, so I'm just like, I don't know. There's not. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get something there. Yeah. Oh, that's the Archive Wave Darth Maul. That's kind of okay. That's an old figure. Okay. No, yeah. It's from the Black Series line.
All right, everyone. So starting off the first round, we're gonna be taking a look at the red team member first, being Jack Sparrow. So I'm gonna move Darth Maul out of the way. He's really cold. Sorry, it's really random, but like I just pulled him out of the garage because he was like locked away for a while because I got a new. It's a whole thing. Anyways, that's not gonna affect anything. Yes. Okay. So starting off with Jack Sparrow here from the Disney Mirrorverse line. Yeah, I found out that McFarlane actually was the one that created these figures. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess you can have a precedence set with some of the DC McFarlane figures. Like as you kind of saw with with Darth Maul right now, he's quite a bit taller because he's 7 inches. But yeah, sorry. Okay, getting into the actual paint category for this first round. But if I could remove this. So if you all remember, we're going to take a look at the accessories first so I can get it off. Yeah, okay, hold on, actually, let me grab this and this. See, okay, so I don't actually have all of his accessories. I'm actually missing his stand and what else? Oh, the card. And even though I don't have him, I was going to put up a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, the card looks really cool. I know I have it somewhere around here in like my hobby room, but it's a mess right now. It's the whole thing. I can't find it. But yeah, okay, what I do have though is this accessory here. It's like a translucent plastic. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention, but Disney Mirrorverse is an app game from what I understand. I never played the game. I just like the character, Jack Sparrow. Looks really cool. But yeah, so that's why he has these weird voodoo powers. I'm not quite sure what they mean or what he does or what. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And then he also comes with a stand. This isn't the right stand. As you can see, it has the DC symbol on it. But like I said, because they're made by the same company, they can kind of be used interchangeably. And you know what? He really does need the stand because otherwise he's like tipping over a bunch. And I even had to right now I had to lean him up against the board behind him just to stand him up with Darth Maul. There we go. Yeah, with the stand he stands pretty well. It's a dumb way to say it. But yeah, so he looks good. Getting this out of the way now, we can take a look at the actual figure. Here's the face, like the actual, how do I say it? The mold of the figure, everything looks pretty great. He has this like rubbery plastic here for his coat. Yeah, the detail looks pretty great compared to what's in the or what is in the video game. Gonna see if I can show a picture right now. He looks pretty accurate all the way around. Even the hair has a little bit of detail, just kind of molded in there. He has this, it's like another rubbery material here for this like little sash thing he has going on back here. His skeleton arm looks pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty good. Pretty cool. Looking at the torso, he kind of has his like belt and stuff coming all the way around. Oops, there you go. Looking at the torso, he has his like belt and stuff, his buckles, all that jazz. He has some detail here coming down to this I guess his shirt piece because it's the coat. I don't know quite what this is, but it's all one piece connected on the figure. This here and this, the coat. He has his legs. He's got the big old boots here where they kind of, it's like, how do you say it? Like the pirate pant leg kind of feeds into the boot here. Yeah, he's got these really skinny feet, honestly. I don't know why he looks skinny. That's probably why he can't stand. But yeah, the boots look pretty good too. He even has, what is that in the back? Oh, he has some like detail right here in the back too. Just kind of molded plastic here to make it look like it was, I guess, tied on. But yeah, all the way around he looks pretty good. The one thing I kind of saved for last though is this face. And okay, so the only reason I'm saving it for last is because like this figure looks great all the way around. You know, like the colors, that everything looks really nice. Everything pops. Excuse me. It's like really cartoony looking, which is just how it looks in the app. You know, like this looks like a fun figure. But you get to the face, and even in game, it doesn't really look like this. Like, it looks really, I don't know how to explain it, like really derpy. I don't know what it is about him. And of course, I wasn't expecting like a super accurate looking Jack Sparrow head or anything. But yeah, again, compared to the app, it still looks, I think it's the eyes. I think it's when you like, look, hold on, if I can get him to like focus. If you look at him like head on, he looks really derpy. But then you like kind of turn him, see, that looks a little bit better. Okay. But aside from that, it's like my main gripe. This figure looks great, I think. Like I said, I never played the game, so maybe then if I had, I'd be like going over this figure with a fine-tooth comb. I'd be like, this is wrong, and this is, I don't know. But no, it looks good. I like it. Like I said, Jack Sparrow is my favorite Disney character, so I kind of had to get this figure when it came out. I just didn't get around to playing the game, I guess, eventually. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Taking a look now at the Archive Wave Black Series figure, like I was saying, this figure's really cold, and it's because I had to like fish him out of my garage right now, and because I have another Darth Maul on my shelf. It's a whole thing. Anyways, kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. So getting into his accessories, he has, first of all, if I can pry from his hand. Oops. Hold on. He has. You guys can kind of see that already, but he has his lightsaber that actually split into two pieces, and I kind of, hold on. This isn't supposed to be like that. It's kind of bent a little bit because I just did that right now. But yeah, the actual hilt looks pretty good. If I can get it to zoom in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the hilt looks pretty good. The actual translucent, like the saber here, looks pretty good too. Taking a look at the other half. Same thing, this is Darth Maul's lightsaber. You can definitely tell on that. Same thing with plastic here, than the last Raider, because, yeah. And on top of that, he actually does come with some other stuff. He comes with these binoculars from episode 1, where, well, it's the only movie he was in, I guess, but the binoculars that he used on Tatooine. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Really good, actually, especially for how small this is. Like, they did not need to go this far and put in this much effort for such a small piece. But they did. Like, all the buttons are different colors and stuff, and there's like weathering on the binoculars. No, yeah, looks pretty great. And then finally, he also comes with this, which is, I guess you'd call it a whole different, it is a whole other head, because it does have like a whole joint to put, how to say it, it has an opening for the joint to go up in here, so that way you can have this as a whole other head, but it also comes connected to the coat, so it's like a whole separate thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a rubbery material, as you can see. His arms go through here, and I can show it a little bit later on. But yeah, this is another one of the accessories he comes with. And so moving that out of the way, and taking a look finally at the actual figure, for the pink category. There you go. Yeah, okay, so starting off with the face this time, it looks really decent. This figure came out, I didn't even mention. Yeah, I forgot to mention, Jack Sparrow came out 2021. The the Mark McFarlane Mirrorverse figure came out in 2021, the one we just looked at. And this figure actually came out in 2019, so a little while before Jack Sparrow. But yeah, saying that, where I was going with that, thought, is that the face looks pretty good. I'm trying to get a close-up of the eyes, because even for back then, it looks really good. You can kind of see the pupil in there a little bit. If you see, I zoom in, and like right away, gonna have to trust me on that. It looks really good. His face paint looks really good. The horns, there's a little bit of, I'm not sure that that's supposed to be like that, but there's a little bit of red peeking onto the horns. It might, how to say it, it probably is supposed to be like that, like just in the movies, but I'm not 100% sure. Got his ears molded there. Again, his horns coming all the way around. Is that like that, really? Sorry, I don't know why it's just bugging me now. It's like, is the red really just poking out like that on his actual head? Weird. Anyways, it probably is. Whoa. Sorry, I just smacked my camera. Yeah, okay, looking here now, it's just a bunch of black plastic. Yeah, we have like the robes here kind of molded. Here, same thing, got the sleeves coming down. The actual, his wrist comes out here with the glove. The glove is in a sort of shinier black than everything else is. The belt here and like a little bit of, yeah, like this skirt piece here is rubber. Oops, come on. Rubber. And then underneath here is the soft goods. So that's pretty cool, little skirt piece. So that's kind of cool. It gives it like, the layering really shows a lot of attention to detail here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, more black plastic coming down for the legs, the pants. And then finally ending off with the boots. It's in that same shiny black plastic as the gloves up here. And there is some detail here too. I'm not quite sure what that little patch is, but it looks good. Yeah, all in all, this figure looks pretty great. So all in all, these figures encapsulate their looks pretty well from both the app and then the movie over here that they're from, or the app game, I guess. But yeah, despite some like super minor things, these figures look great. Like I said, there's like a difference of art style, of course, but this one's a lot more like animated, a lot more colorful, fun. It's supposed to like pop. Again, it's from a video game. This is a lot more realistic, realistic as a Death Miriam can get. But yeah, they both look pretty great. And so there's a lot of detail on both figures, especially when it comes to like, see, I'm honestly kind of hard pressed here. And so I think the only thing that pushes me over slightly is just the face on Jack Sparrow. If the face was just a little bit better, it'd push me over like right away. And see, that's a thing too though, that yeah, something I mentioned was that this is called the paint category, but it doesn't have to do specifically with just paint. It also do with mold, and we're also grouping in accessories in this case too. And so I guess first of all with the accessories, Darth Maul definitely has more accessories than Jack Sparrow, so right away kind of wins on that. Especially because I didn't show off the other head. Hold on. So as I was saying, for the paint category, we're also talking about like mold and kind of just how the figure looks in general. And Darth Maul, especially with the whole second head that basically kind of drapes over the whole body with the robes, I think he does take it. And I think it's just the droopy face that really bugs in the Jack Sparrow. Like, it's this close to being perfect for me. But it's just that face that kind of bugs me. And Darth Maul, again, he looks great. Sorry, I didn't show off the robes that much, that well. But yeah, as you can see, kind of his arms go through the slit here. He doesn't get a lot of movement. I guess we'll get into that right now in articulation. But yeah, even this look looks really good. Sorry, I had a stroke. Yes, he looks fantastic. This appearance, like, first of all, on Tatooine, he's just being a creeper, just watching. And again, the Jack Sparrow looks great, and I love the colors. I love that they pop and everything, and yeah. Yeah, I like the material. This figure is a great figure. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm harping on this way too much. But I do like this figure. It's just I think I like the Darth Maul when it comes to appearance just a little bit more for what it is he's trying to portray. So for this round, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Darth Maul. Starting off the posability category, this is just basically how fun it is to pick up a figure, mess around with it, get into cool poses. I am going to go ahead and take off this head because, well, I guess first of all, let me get this out of the way. He does not really look up or down like maybe a little bit in this, with this head, with this coat on. Yeah, even turning, yeah, that's, yeah. Okay, so I guess if you really want to count that, you can be like, oh wow, he can't pose. But see, you can just take that off and then put in his other head, which I'm gonna do now real quick. So putting in his original head, we have a ball here, so it goes all the way around. We have a hinge, so it goes down, not a lot, goes up a bit more. Got balls at the arms, go all the way around. Got hinges, got our swivel here. Same thing here at the wrist, swivel, and then a hinge. Oop, come on, if I can get it to, I think there's a hinge there. There is, looking at the other wrist, it's a little, kind of getting a little bit in like that. At the torso, we have a ball, so we can go all the way around here. It goes back, goes forward. Looking at the legs, he brings it up about this much. Got double jointed knees. Oh, got a swivel right here at the thigh. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like I was saying, double jointed knees. Looks a little bit ugly coming out, but looks good. Yeah, it's still actually better than some like Dragon Stars figures I've seen. Looking at the foot, we have a swivel here, and it goes all the way around. Does it actually? Yeah, it goes all the way around. Cool. Now starting off with Jack Sparrow, we have the head, who's also on a ball, goes all the way around, and surprisingly the hair kind of gets out of the way on that, so I like that. That's pretty cool. We have a ball at the arms, so you can go all the way around, I think, yeah. Ball and hinge, same thing on this one. Got a hinge right here, for the skeleton arm, we actually have a hinge here. What is that, like a ratchet? Got a hinge here, goes all the way back, all the way forward, so that's pretty cool. Here at this wrist, it looks like it goes forward, but it doesn't really go back. Something's stopping it here. Yeah, at the waist here, I feel like we have a ball or something here. No, I'm not quite sure because like the coat's definitely blocking it. So you really don't get a lot of articulation here. At the legs, it comes out. What's up, handsome? At the legs, it comes out this much. We have a bend here. I think, there we go. We have a bend here. The ratchet. Yeah, it comes back up. We have hinge here. Got a, oh wow, look at that. You just break his toes to do that. That's pretty cool. He also has a swivel here. Yeah, looks pretty good. It goes all the way around. Oh, it's the ball. Yeah, it looks like it goes all the way around. So that's pretty cool. Surprisingly, his coat doesn't get that much in. Sorry, I'm trying to bend this knee again. It's gonna bug me now. There you go. His coat doesn't get that much in the way of like movement and stuff, which is pretty cool. Maybe just going back a little bit. Yeah, but aside from that, that's pretty cool. Look at that. You can just do like a full-on lunge there. See. When it comes to posability, they kind of have pretty similar levels of posability, I guess you could say. Yeah, like I'm surprised how far his leg goes out, Jack Sparrow. I guess same thing with Darth Maul. He can't kick out that much. I guess Darth Maul can a little bit too, but even then, this little rubber piece kind of gets in the way as well. Yeah, I think the main thing that kind of gives Darth Maul the edge just a little bit is just right here, this torso articulation, because there's nothing kind of getting in the way. And like I said, if you really want to be that guy, you could say that with the other head, he doesn't get this articulation, which is obvious. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this to Darth Maul. So Darth Maul has already won this round, but just to get into preference, just a little bit like my overall thoughts. Yeah, I really like both these figures. Like I said, Jack Sparrow is one of my favorite characters in Disney. But at the same time, Darth Maul is also one of my favorite characters when it comes to Star Wars. Like he's just such an awesome Sith Lord. Like definitely like top three, top five. That's hard. But anyways, yeah, he's a really cool Sith Lord. And even for back then, when did I see this figure came out? Like 2019. This figure still holds up. I know there's like a new Darth Maul right now on shelves, like in a 3-pack by himself. And don't get me wrong, that's a great figure. Yeah, but looking at this one alone, like this was the Darth Maul figure on my shelf for a good few years before that new one came out. And like even then it still holds up. There's a lot going on with this figure when it comes to like paint, posability. Yeah, I love the way this figure looks. Even the face looks pretty decent, especially for the time. Got his soft goods here, got his fabric. Oh, sorry, excuse me, his rubbery material here. All the extra stuff that he comes with as well definitely helps. Like if it just depends on how you want to display your Darth Maul figure. Yeah, and again at the same time, Jack Sparrow, he looks pretty great. He comes with some pretty fun stuff too. Like I said, I got a phone call in the middle of that video. So I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah, Jack Sparrow is pretty cool. Darth Maul's cooler. Like the way I always kind of see this category is like, it's kind of a really weird way to see this. Imagine being locked in a room and someone's like, you only have one thing for entertainment for like a year or something. You can only take one of these figures. I think I would go with Darth Maul. Darth Maul is really cool. Again, there's a lot more you can do with him, a lot of poses, all the stuff that he comes with. I'm probably repeating myself, like I said, but anyways, yeah, let's move on to the second round.
Taking a look now at our round 2 figures, we're going to go and see who's going to be on the red team with Jack Sparrow. And I guess it doesn't matter as much, but I was gonna say like I kind of want same figure, I guess from the same company on the same team. Oh cool, okay, that's perfect. Haha, see what I did there? Anyways, no, I didn't even mean to. Perfect Cell from the Dragon Stars line is gonna be with Jack Sparrow, and then now going over to the blue team, who's gonna be with Darth Maul from the Archive Wave. Let's see. Just as long as I know the Dragon Stars figure, it's okay, cool. The DC McFarlane figure. Nice. Yeah, let's go and get into it.
So starting off the second round with Perfect Cell from the Dragon Stars line versus Wonder Woman from the Batman versus Superman movie from the DC McFarlane line. Whoa, that was a mouthful. Yeah, let's go and get into this. Starting off with the red team, we're going to be taking a look first at Perfect Cell. This figure came out in 2019 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and when it comes to accessories, he doesn't have a lot, just these extra pair of hands, which I'm pretty sure are the right ones that I think are his. I have a bunch of, actually, hold on, they're different skin colors. But yeah, there's supposed to be 2 open hands to make it look he's doing the Kamehameha. I think I actually got the wrong hands, but the only reason I'm not going to fix that is because I have all of my Dragon Star hands like in one big box, so there's no way I'm gonna find the right hands. Anyways, yeah, so trust me on that. And looking at the actual figure itself, we have Perfect Cell here in all of his glory. The green is really vibrant. It looks really good. The black contrasts it really nicely. Looking at the face, it's pretty decent, honestly, for a Dragon Stars figure. Got his shoulder pads here. Got the purples too, which look really nice. Pretty cool. I like the bright colors, especially on figures. Like I feel like it really makes them pop on shelves, especially when a lot of them or a lot of other figures may have a bit more of a more serious or darker color scheme. I know, I love stuff like this. This looks really great. You can see his like spots and stuff, his like bug spots. I don't know. I know Toriyama hated apparently drawing Cell back when the manga was coming out, because apparently all the spots or who knows what, or like the illustrator hated coloring it or something wild like that. But yeah, the spots here look really good, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, looking at his back, he has his 2 wings. You can pick them up a little bit. Trying to get them out of the way. See, you can just kind of snap them off as well and put them back on, but I really don't want to do that right now. He got his little like tail thing here, kind of like tucked away here. So that looks pretty cool. Good detail. Got the back of his legs here. I wonder if there's supposed to be spots here. I just realized. Is that? Huh. I just realized. Is that like a paint flaw design? Wow, I didn't notice that. It's if I look up like sell thigh pics. So will I get like weird images? I think there are supposed to be spots here. I'm pretty sure because it's just kind of weird that just stops there. But anyway, so coming down here, we have his like black like shin things. His like bug armor, his weird little shoes and stuff too, which look pretty great. Yeah, it's in this like nice, what do you call it? It's like pearl gold almost. But yeah, this figure looks really good. I really like it. I think it's one of the better Dragonstar figures that they've ever made. So when it, yeah, like I've seen people compare it to like the SH Figure Arts Perfect Cell, and I do think this one kind of blows out of the water too. So yeah, this figure looks awesome. Taking a look now at the, ooh, come on, Batman versus Superman. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all that again. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Ooh, her big head isn't, oh, there you go, kind of. Yeah, so what she first comes with is her little DC McFarlane card, as they do. You can read this if you really want to, yada, yada, yada. She comes with her stand, and this is actually the stand I was using for Jack Sparrow because I couldn't find his actual stand. Yeah, she actually comes with a lot of stuff. So let's go and take everything off. She has her shield, which is pretty good. I don't know if it's just mine. I don't think it's supposed to be like this, but mine has like a weird little bend. If you can kind of see that, that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, I assume it's not a thing for everyone. Just through her shield. Here it is for little for her arm to go through these loops. Looks pretty good. On top of that, she also has her lasso. It's kind of cool. I like the way they do it. It's just a little hook right here that like is coming off her hip that you can put the lasso here. She just like hang it on there. That's pretty neat. She also comes with her sword, which I don't know why. I probably like this in the movie, but I swear it looks like oversized when she holds it. She looks like someone playing with a toy or something. I'm gonna explain it. The sword looks pretty good too. There's some nice detail on it. Don't know quite what those are, but they're definitely on it. Yeah, I got the gold hilt here, the blue handle here, and then more gold here. And yeah, this looks pretty great. Taking a look now at the actual figure itself. So I'm not a huge, oops, come on. Oh, there you go. I wanted to like get her lower down, look at the face. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not usually a huge fan of like figures when it comes to like the MCU movies or the DC. Like I prefer personally when it comes to like comic book characters for them to be more like, yeah, like comic book characters. There you go. Like not so much like the movie characters, super realistic and all. But I feel like you need a Wonder Woman in your collection, and because all the other ones are like dumb expensive, I had to get. I make it sound like I don't like this figure, but no, I do. But yeah, sorry. All this is to say that yeah, this is the Gal Gadot head sculpt, and I think it looks pretty good. Really good, really decent. The eyes look really good. Yeah, I got the little tiara piece here. The hair is pretty detailed, really detailed actually. Coming all the way down. She has a little armband here, which also has a lot of detail. You can kind of see the W kind of molded here. Same thing with her chest plate. Got the reds coming down here. And see, I feel like this term gets passed around a lot, but it's like MCUified. And I know we're talking about the DC universe and all, but like there's a lot of like random lines all over this costume. Part of the reason why I'm not, sorry, no, okay, it's the whole thing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Again, her wrist bracelet, like her bracelets here. She's got her brown gloved hands, which I actually didn't know her hands were gloved. It's just not hitting me. Got her belt here, which has that really cool piece I mentioned that can hold on to the lasso. Got the skirt here, the blue skirt here, which is molded in like a rubbery plastic. Coming down, we got her legs. Got the knee guards here, and again more random lines. Which, okay, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of detail, and that's really cool. That's a good thing. yeah, it's good. It's a really detailed figure. Okay, sorry, yeah, I'm trying to make it sound like it's a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. Got her shoes here, her high-heeled shoes. Never even noticed them. No wonder she's so tall. Yeah, here got gold and red. Kind of reminds you, like if you just look at this, like from here, kind of looks like Iron Man almost. Anyways, Iron Man with stilettos. No. Yeah, and so yeah, this figure is really detailed. She looks really good, especially with all the stuff she comes with is really awesome too. Mentioning all of that, I feel like, as much as I like Perfect Cell, I feel like I really do have to go with the Wonder Woman figure, just because of, again, everything she comes with. Just the fact that she's so detailed. And again, you can maybe say that like this figure just came out like last year, I believe. I didn't mention them, sorry. 2024. So you could maybe say she has an edge over him, especially because of that. And this figure does still look really good too, Perfect Cell, especially for the time. He looks super accurate to like how he looks in the anime, the manga. But at the same time, I feel like you can't really argue that this figure, my air just turned on. I feel like you can't really argue with this level of detail on this figure. Which one is the one that is more detailed? I'm sorry, I'm just repeating myself. Yeah, this point's gonna have to go to Wonder Woman. Starting off the posability section, we have our Perfect Cell figure here. He has that at the head. I wouldn't say a ball, what even is that? Like a hinge, and then See, I think the head can still go all the way around. Sorry, I just showed off his head. See, I think it's this part that kind of stops it, actually. Huh, I don't like that. Yeah, it kind of stops the head a little bit. I feel like if you really wanted to, you just kind of, oh, there you go. Kind of, I don't know why you wanted to look like that, but you could do that. Oh, I think the head actually popped off to do that. Huh, can you put it back on this way? Sorry, I'm just messing with, huh. Okay, yeah, maybe the head can't go all the way around because I think it just pops off. Sorry, anyways, coming up at the arms, we got a ball here, go all the way around. Got a hinge going up and down. Is that a swivel? No, there's no swivel actually. Got a hinge here. Got a hinge at the wrist as well. Oh, there you go. Goes up and down, goes all around. Here at the torso, we have, oops, going. Here at the torso, we have a ball, so it kind of goes all the way around as well. The legs come out like the, Jesus, that's wild. Sorry, I wasn't even showing it on camera. Yeah, that's wild. His legs kind of close up here, double jointed knees. The shoes, I think they just go around. Yeah, there's no, oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of a hinge there, so you can kind of move his feet a bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't quite know what's at the thighs, oh yeah, I think it's the ball. And he gets a little bit of articulation with the wings, but I will admit you're not really going to be messing with these too much. Like, if you really want, you can have him down like this, put them out like that much. So I guess you really want to count that too. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Switching over to Wonder Woman's articulation, she has a ball at the head. Maybe kind of rubbing off the paint a little bit there. The hair kind of stops the articulation for sure. Doesn't really get a lot of up or down because of the, oh no, she gets quite a bit of down actually. Not a lot of no up. Arms go all around. Ooh, come on. Hinge here as well. I think she has a swivel here too. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Hinge here, double jointed. I think it's on the same on the cell. Yeah. Here I think he has a hinge as well in the wrist. Yeah, hinge and then ball at the wrist as well. Here she kind of goes all the way around here with the ball. Here at the thighs, stopped a little bit by the skirt. Well, yeah, it's kind of stopped a bit. Double jointed knees here. She's got a ball here at the ankle, kind of got up and down here for tilt. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So these figures are pretty similar in terms of articulation, with maybe Wonder Woman getting the slight edge just because of her foot articulation that she has. Of course, the hair is a little bit more limiting than Perfect Cell's big old back flap. The one thing I don't like about this though is that like any turn that's just a little too much, see, it just right away pops off. There you go. Yeah, and I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I don't. Like, it's a fun figure to mess around with and all, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, see, it also has a bunch of finicky pieces as well. That, again, I really like this figure. I do like messing with it and all. But see, when the wing pops off really easily, just gonna, I don't know, it just gets a bit annoying, I guess. And like I said, they're both really similar in terms of articulation. Just a slight edge to Wonder Woman, who doesn't really have those issues. Yeah, you could maybe make the argument that the skirt kind of gets in the way a little bit. But even then, she does get a pretty decent range of leg articulation where you can do that, have her... I don't know, pop a squat, or pop a lunge. Just due to my backdrop. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this point to Wonder Woman. So finally, in terms of preference, I really like both of these figures. Especially when it comes to like Wonder Woman with everything that she comes with. She got her sword, her shield, her lasso, got her stand and everything. Of course, Perfect Cell doesn't have a lot of accessories, just his hands, which are mismatched right now, but they're not supposed to be. Yeah, and you could maybe say that some of the, how do I say it? Some of the issues that we might have with Perfect Cell might just be because this figure is a bit of an older figure. It came out 2019. It's 2025 as I'm recording this, and the Wonder Woman figure came out like 2-3 months ago. But no, yes, you could make that argument. And I know I'm going really into this for Wonder Woman, who already kind of won this, I guess, this whole round. But yeah, I will admit it's gonna be another weird case where I think I do prefer Perfect Cell just a little bit more. And it's because, okay, to me, he's one of my favorite villains in Dragon Ball Z, excuse me. And like, I do really like the detail on him, even if there is a little bit of stuff missing. Like I said, the way I see preference is if you can get one of these figures and you can just like be stuck in a room with it for like a year, and you can only mess with one figure or whatever, I think I would still choose Perfect Cell just because of, and I guess it's more of his character, more about, I just think he's an awesome villain. I think even though maybe he didn't win in the two categories that he was, or he didn't win against Wonder Woman in those past two categories, he still does have a lot going for him in terms of articulation, in terms of paint. He still looks great. He's still one of like the better, maybe one of the best Dragon Stars figures that they've ever made. Sure, it wasn't enough to beat Wonder Woman in the paint and the playability category, but at the same time, I still think I am going to have to give this one to Cell just by a hair.
So choosing the last two figures for our final round, we're going to go and see who's going to be on the red team with Jack Sparrow and Perfect Cell. Who's this going to be? Okay, that's cool. This is Cluck from the Victory Royale, like the Fortnite line of figures. If I'm not mistaken, I think DC McFarlane. I mean, not DC McFarlane. McFarlane made those figures. No, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, okay, cool. That's exciting. Let's see who's gonna be who he's gonna be up against on the. Okay, cool. And that's gonna be Bosk on the blue team, and that figure is from the Black Series line. Yeah, let's go and get into this.
So starting off our final round, we have Cluck from the Victory Royale series by Hasbro, who is on the red team. That's a lot of words, sorry. And then we have versus Bosk on the blue team from the Star Wars Black Series archive line. Oh, I messed it up. Whatever. Yes, guys, we have these two against each other. So a little disclaimer, I will admit that Bosk was like my 4th or 5th like Black Series figure, I think. Like she's like a super old figure. Like that's when I barely started collecting. So yeah, I do have a little bit of like a sentimental attachment, emotional attachment to this big old lizard dude. Yeah, at the same time, I will admit that Cluck is also one of my favorite figures just in my collection in general, because I just love how goofy he looks. But yeah, let's go get into this. Starting off with Cluck on the red team, we're gonna take a look first at his accessories. He has his backpack, which honestly makes it kind of hard for him to stand up, but he has this, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, looks pretty great. Has a peg just right here to go into a hole into his back. Yep. He also has his, I don't know what this is called. I need to look it up. Yeah, a Fortnite random chicken gun. It looks pretty cool. Neat. And then on top of that, he also comes with, and I love these suckers, he comes with these drumstick things, which serve as pickaxe in game. Yeah, one of them's half eaten, which is honestly kind of crazy because cannibalism, though. Unless he was the one that ate him, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, these things are pretty cool too. Very brightly colored, a lot of detail in here. Yeah, they look great. Taking a look at the actual figure itself, we have Cluck here in all of his glory. We got his face, which isn't super detailed, just a little beak here. Got an indent there to show it, the separation, I guess. Got his eyes, which also aren't very detailed, but still look really good. Got his like eggshell hat, I guess you'd call it, or his like helmet, I guess. Got his like are these? Oh, I think this is a rubber. Yeah, these are rubbery pieces. Kind of his own thing. The little straps here. He has a dog tag here, which is also its own separate piece. He has these. Oh, here we go. I gotta kind of scoot it over a little bit to make it match up a bit more, I guess. But yeah, he has these like what you call them, like suspenders, I guess, to hold up his little. It looks like a diaper to me. Okay, I'm sorry, but his little eggshell like pant piece. His eggshell like arm guards here, which are, I think, yeah, they're their own separate piece, so they can kind of get out of the way whenever he's turning his arm around. Yep, looks cool. Here you guys like chicken arms, the really thin arms. Actually, I just realized that chickens don't have arms. What? That's kind of funny. Or I guess in a way they kind of look like chicken legs. No, these here, which obviously should have wings here, but you know, he has his like gloved hands here, which look great. Yeah, okay, cool. Same thing on this side. There's a lot of detail on these gloves as well. You can kind of see the indents here. I guess supposed to be like brown zigzags, and then the little, there you go, the little strap there. Yeah, a lot of good detail all over the place. Got his little like egg bombs right here on his thigh. Got the two like belt straps here. Coming down, we have his actual chicken legs. So they're really long and kind of bony looking. Got his knee guards here, the in eggshell, of course. Actually, just realized I never noticed this. He has a pink sock, but over here he has like a full-on, I guess like a boot, or I don't think it's part of the boot. I don't even know what this is supposed to be, but it looks really cool. Again, a lot of detail all over the place. I really like this. Yeah, I got his shoe here. Got more eggshell here. I guess that I'm assuming fell off because it looks like it's supposed to be part of the armor because it's not on this side. Got shoelaces here, just molded. Same color as the boots. Yeah, it looks really good. Got the browns, I love the bright colors. The bright yellows, the bright oranges, I'll say the bright browns, does that count? The pink all over the place. Yeah, looks awesome. Taking a look at our blue team member being Bosk. Yeah, so this is an older figure. I don't think I mentioned this, sorry, but this figure's from 2019, and it was a re-release of an even older figure, while Cluck was from 2022. So just to get that out of the way. Yeah, so the only thing he comes with is this little, there's a name for it. It's a Relby something blaster. Just molded in one color. It's kind of bent, kind of funny, and I think it's just my fault because I just had it like that. Yeah, he has this blaster here. Looks great. Just molded in one color, but there's still a lot of detail on it. You can see his like scope there. He has his strap here too, which is really cool. Kind of just goes around his shoulders, or his neck, I guess. But yeah, it looks great. And then looking at the actual figure itself, we got Bosk here, and you know what? Again, for being an older figure, he looks. I just realized, is that a hinge there? Sorry, anyways. For being an older figure, he has a lot of detail as well. Got his like teeth there. Got his like reptilian nose, his face, his eyes look crazy. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, looking here at the what's it called? The little the little vest bit here. Again, a bunch of detail, a bunch of stuff going on here. There's a bunch of like hoses and stuff coming off too that are their own separate piece. It's like rubber here that kind of wrap around his legs as well. Got over here in his arms, he has a little, I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a Trandoshan flag. I have no idea, but that looks pretty cool. Again, there's a lot of small things painted that you wouldn't think would be painted. Yeah, a lot of detail. Got his like reptilian arms here. There's a bit of a texture here. You can kind of see that, like the scaly looking texture. Got his 3-fingered hands here. Got his big old talons too, which is crazy. Got little spikes here as well that look great. Over here down the legs, like I said, the hoses kind of wrap around here. We got, I don't even know what this is supposed to be, but it's on there. It looks sick. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of detail, and I can't say exactly what they are, but still, I assume it's supposed to be there. We got his little, oh, these are supposed to be, I think it's Deoxys cannons, which I might be the same up here. Or not cannons, sorry, like grenades. Again, got more of his like reptilian lizard scales kind of coming down here in his legs. Got a little back claw here. Got his big old feet. Yeah, it's really big. Sorry, big old feet with his talons here too. Yeah, he looks pretty great. So both these figures have a bit of a different feel to them. Kind of the same thing with Jack Sparrow and Darth Maul, where we have a more cartoony, colorful looking character versus a much more grungy, and I keep wanting to say realistic, but I guess this giant reptilian man is not really realistic. Whoa. But yeah, they both look really good. They have a lot of detail, like the rubber coming around, the straps, a lot of like separate pieces and stuff, and yeah, like the colors look great. I guess different strokes for different folks. Depending on like I guess what it is you like more. Here we have a bunch of like wrinkles and stuff too that I forgot to mention. The detail on both figures is really great. The one thing I will say, and again, I kind of hate that I put these two categories together, but I think I am gonna have to give this to Cluck just because of all his accessories and stuff. And again, like I said, I do love his colors and stuff. I'm such a sucker for bright colored characters and such goofy looking characters as well. I guess I'm getting too much into preference right now, but yeah, he looks great. He has his like segmented like head here and stuff, so he can still move around while having that feathered look. He's got his eggshell armor and stuff all over the place. Everything he comes with, like I was saying, really adds to it as well. Adds to the figure's value to me, like weapons and stuff, the accessories. But yeah, and I think just because of that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this one to Cluck. Starting off with posability for Cluck, we have, geez, I didn't even, oh, ball at the head. I think it's all these big old flaps though that kind of get in the way. I believe there's also movement here too, but see, there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets in the way of this though. Got arms here that can go all the way around, even with these armor pieces, which is awesome. Got a hinge here, got a swivel here as well. Oh, come on, yep, the arm goes around. Got a hinge at the wrist, I believe. Yes, right there. Hinge at the wrist, can go all the way around as well. I think it's the ball here. You don't get a lot of movement. Oh, you know what? Sorry, going back to the neck here, we have this bit that, you know what? I was saying that you can't really go around with it, but it does get good up and down, surprisingly. Yeah, look at that. That's kind of crazy. You wouldn't think such a big character with all this plastic. And it's not like a crazy amount, but it's still more than I would have expected. But yeah, looking at the body, like I was saying, kind of goes around just ever so slightly. I'm not sure what it is that's crashing into what, just all this back here. But you don't get a lot of tilt here. Here at the legs, you can go out like this much, go up this much, so it isn't crazy. Can come back around. There we go. Got his leg. Actually, that's pretty good. Double jointed knees. Same thing over here. Can go back there, so we're gonna like break it. Actually, you know, I think it's a plastic that's getting kind of stuck. Yeah, and it can't go up that much either. Oh no, you know, more than you expect still. Here at the leg, we have a side to side and a back and forward. But yeah, more than you think for such a big character. For Bosk, his head goes all the way around. Got his arms that can come all the way around as well. Got up and down. Ooh, you know, right there, the plastic kind of stops it just a little bit. which actually is still more, I realized I didn't go up here, but still more over here. Still more with Boss than it is Cluck here. Anyways, back to Boss. Yeah, he can go up to there. He has a hinge here. The hinge actually gets stopped a little bit here with this plastic, I think it's right here, this black piece. It doesn't go back at all. I can go all the way around. I believe there's a hinge here as well. Oops. Yeah, you can't get much either because the big old, oh no, you can get a bit. Same thing with the other arm, of course. There's no, oh no, there is. There's like a ball here, but I think it's the hoses that really kind of get in the way, along with the plastic back here. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do there. Here at the legs, you can kind of go back. See, it's because he has like really thick pant legs, so you can't do much there. Doesn't go back that much. Goes forward more than you think too. That's the hose and stuff though that, ooh, honestly even kind of make me nervous. I feel like I'm gonna like rip them if I'm not careful. Yeah, his legs don't go up that much. They would more if just this wasn't in the way. Here at the legs we have a swivel here at the ankle, and then up and down here, and then side to side. There you go. Yep. Yeah, he also has more than you think. So this here's another harder one in terms of posability, because so they both kind of have things that the other one can't do. Like the legs, Cluck's legs are crazy. You can do all sorts of freaky things with these. Go back, around, like you just saw, like that out is crazy. Yeah, and I guess in terms of, or when it comes to Bosk, he really can't do much of that when it comes to these hoses and stuff. Oh, well, maybe. It's, again, you kind of really risk running, or you run the risk of ripping these though if you're not careful. The arms come up pretty decent as well. Here kind of crashes there, but you can still get out pretty well, which is definitely more than Cluck. And I think it's because these armor pieces that really stop it. You just gotta get up a bit. Here he has a bend at his arm that of course Boss doesn't really have because of that piece here, that black piece that kind of stops it a bit. Which is kind of annoying, especially when trying to get him to hold his weapon. In terms of preference, I do really like both these figures. Obviously, like I said, I have a bit of like a sentimental attachment, I guess, to Boss being one of my first Black Series figures in my collection. He looks really cool. Maybe he shows his age just a little bit with some like the articulation stuff, but still a great figure. He holds up really well. The articulation, of course, is a little bit limited in the legs, but still looks awesome, especially for what he does in the movies. He just kind of stands there menacingly. He does a bit more than Clone Wars show, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Something I realized I forgot to show, just really quick. He has jaw articulation. Not a lot, but he does have, you can kind of open it like ever so slightly. You can see his tongue in there. Anyways, yeah, and I still really do like this figure. There's a lot of detail on him. Oops. I love like his like skin that he's got, his like a reptilian skin scales that he's got going on. The colors, all of the like the wash, the paint, everything looks really good. Oh, I just realized he has holes here. Anyways, the pins, sorry. Everything looks really good. He has pinless. Sorry, okay, this is not the point of this at all. And I do really like this figure. I will admit, even too, as a kid, I had a thing for like Star Wars bounty hunters, being like, wow, they're really cool. I like what's it called? Boba Fett. I like Dengar. I like Bosk. You know, they're all really cool. Again, despite the fact he doesn't do anything, and he's just like a giant lizard man, you know, that's just really cool. But at the same time, I will also admit that Cluck, for me, is one of, like, he is the very first Fortnite figure I got, and I think I even got it before I got into the game, just because I loved how goofy he looked. Like, I have it's such a thing for, like, bright colors. I'm a child. Bright colors, like, goofy looking characters just like this. Like, it's like a giant chicken soldier dude. What? Like, you can't get sillier than that, and to me, that's perfect, you know, with his eggshell armor and stuff, his big old drumsticks, as, like, they use this for a pickaxe in game. He's got his, like, eggshell backpack. Yeah, and I feel like, again, I keep getting, accessories put into this, but I guess overall, I do think I like this figure a bit more, just because of everything he comes with, the kind of, the poses that you can get him in, and just the vibe that he has, you know? He's just a chill guy. No, he's a goofy guy. Yeah, and like I said, I will admit, this is like one of my favorite figures in my collection, which is so funny to me because I have like these super high detail like Star Wars figures, I have these Marvel figures, I got these DC McFarlane figures, all this different stuff, and I'm huge fans of like, yeah, comic books, Star Wars, like one of my favorite franchises of all time, but at the same time, I have this guy over here that's just like, he's just a dork, you know, he's but I think that's why I love him so much, because he's just a top-heavy chicken dude, you know, he doesn't make sense, you know, he doesn't have to make sense, and I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I like him so much, it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this point here to the red team member Cluck. And I guess all in all, I think we had what was it? 2 red, I'm pulling my notes real quick. we had Darth Maul on the Black Series line, beating Jack Sparrow, him being on the blue team, Wonder Woman being on the blue team, winning her round as well, and round 3 being the one red team member winning this one, with Cluck pulling through over Bosk. Did you agree with my picks? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Did I do anything wrong? Say anything wrong? Am I an idiot? Go and leave in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you all so much for watching. This is DenFet signing out. Bye, fams.